Ime Udoka coached his ass off last night, excuse my French, and coached circles around Taylor Jenkins. With 7 minutes to go in the game, 7 minutes to go in the game, we're up 103-95. I took some notes. Then we're at 103-94 with 7 minutes to go, and we sit Jaren and Ja.
Yep.
Right? Tripp goes back in with 5:57 left in the game, and it's 105-102. Ja comes back at 4:57, and it's 105-104. Like, it was great that Ja played 37 minutes, and Jaren played 34, and Desmond played 30, but it was the wrong 37 minutes. And you can say, oh, you're just being a hater, but, like, if Ime Udoka can figure out that Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green and Cam Whittemore need to sit the start of the fourth quarter and then play the final 10 minutes of it, Taylor Jenkins in year 6 should have that figured out. Like, we had all the momentum, and then you sit 2 of your 3 best players. Like, this man, this Bobby Hill looking mug, thought that a lineup with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of Bane, Wells, Jake LaRavia, Santi Aldama, and Brandon Clark was going to keep us in a game when they had Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, who was unconscious last night.
Good God.
Fred VanVleet, Şengün on the floor, playing their best guys. Like, if you're not seeing it at this point, it's because you're choosing to close your eyes that these goofy lineups that we continue to run out in fourth quarters are losing us basketball games.
I was just waiting for you to start it, because if you look at it's so funny because you're like, oh, the minutes. I had that exact minute breakdown that you had pulled up, because it's like that 2 minutes with John, Jaren both up. That's what killed us. It was a 16-2 run. The game was over then.
Yeah. And I understand they need rest, but why not rest them when the other team is like, if you can't figure it out, and yes, like, wait, no, I get it. Like, turnovers, missed shots, we missed free throws. Like, we also beat ourselves on the floor. Yes, that's a thing. But if Taylor can't figure it out, Coach, if you're watching this, do me a favor. When the fourth quarter is starting, I want you to do this. I want you to go whoop, and I want you to look at who the other team has out there. If that's their starters, our starters need to be playing. If their starters are on the bench taking a break, put your starters on the bench. Let them take a break. But the minute you see them come to the scorer's table, you get your guys back up. If you can't figure it out, cheat. Watch off his sheet, right? Like, get off your Waffle House menu and watch what Udoka and these other guys are doing.
It's so funny because you're absolutely, it's you look at the minute distribution, you're like, oh yeah, the minutes were right. They were just the wrong minutes. Like no, he played the correct amount of guys. Like, he played 8 dudes over 25 minutes. They were just the wrong
at the wrong time.
Yeah, like minutes.
Houston went on a 9-2 run when we pulled when Ja and Jaren left the game and Desmond was out there. Like, you got to have your alphas out there. It's Ja and Jaren's team. Desmond's been great. He was like, Dylan unlocked Desmond with that tech foul, which was amazing to see. Yes. Like, Desmond went on a tear, but like, I don't understand how you can look at your bench and see Ja and Jaren sitting there, your best 2 closers and run stoppers sitting beside you while you're watching a team go on a 9-2 run and kill whatever momentum in front of their home crowd, right? Like, I'm not asking Ja and Jaren to play 12 minutes in the fourth quarter. I'm asking them to play 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, the final 8 minutes. If you really want them to sit, let them sit the first 4 and play the last 8. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, last night was so indicative of just lack of feeling for the game, and Shelby agrees with us.
100%. She's salty, man.
It's like you're doing everything that, man, and we like TJ here, but it's like you're doing everything that the math says you should be doing. You're playing the right amount of guys, you're playing them the right amount of minutes, but you have no feel for when those minutes should be played. As evidence, you don't let that 16-2 run doesn't get to 5-2. Mm-hmm. I just think that's like anybody that sees someone on the street pouring blood out of a wound, you're gonna know enough you're not gonna stand there and be like, you're gonna slap a Band-Aid on that scrape.
I mean, that's
first,
it, man.
And I just, it sucks.
Yeah.